a new defense framework. That kind of announcement is going to come after that crucial meeting between the two leaders. What are you expecting? What are you looking at? We've just come from France, and now we've made our way to the United States. Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Modi talking about Scorpion submarines as well. They're talking about helicopter and fighter jet engines. All those deals are also on the cards. Our relationship with Russia, that is also something that people are talking about. And now that we've gone to the United States, there's some sort of deal that needs to be, coughed up. What are you expecting?
Kabir, good evening. Expectations are very high. See, firstly, let's be very clear. President Trump, all of us understand he's a businessman and, of course, he's a transactional person. And therefore, for him, the biggest challenge is China. And therefore, that is a big convergence point between India and United States, keeping the China factor in mind. And that is why I think President Trump yesterday even called up President Putin. He spoke to him about 90 minutes. So this is again I would say, to some extent, of course, the focus is on seizing the Russia-Ukraine war. But nevertheless, it is also trying to dissuade or persuade Russia to be getting a little away from China. So China factor is very important, and therefore the defense factor comes very, very important to us. Now, both countries face certain challenges besides China. The second challenge is, of course, the terrorism and intelligence sharing. So as regards the defense is concerned, I think there would be a comprehensive defense cooperation treaty which is expected, which will be from 2025 to 2035, 10 years. A follow-up plan will be drawn. Now, what is expected in that? First is, of course, intelligence sharing. The meeting yesterday with the chief of Director National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, was very, very important. Counter-terrorism and cyber security. These three aspects is very clear. Coming on to the defense imports, I think, firstly, the P-8I, the Poseidon, this long-term maritime aircraft, which is, of course, got a long range for the reconnaissance. And, of course, it's an anti-submarine also targeting the anti-ships and anti-submarines. So this we will contract, I think, 6 more. We already have 12 more. And the Harpoon anti-ship missiles likely to get again in large numbers because these have got a range of 120. Now, since I have mentioned about China, the Quad factor is extremely important, and therefore our focus, of course, besides Bay of Bengal, would also be in the Indo-Pacific area, so where we need to have a strong surveillance aspect, and therefore that will enhance the reaction time of the Indian Navy. So Seahawks helicopters we may get in large numbers, and of course, coming on to the Army point of view, we are already taking 777 howitzers. But I feel now another important thing could be the infantry combat vehicles, that is a Striker version. These were used very effectively by United States in Afghanistan. And I think this is what we require, about 700 to 800 of them in large numbers, especially to be deployed in all kinds of terrain, including Leh Ladakh, East Sikkim, North Sikkim, because they are very efficient in higher altitude terrain. So keeping all these aspects in mind, I think I see some, now coming on to the Air Force Chief statement, since we have problem of the fighter aircraft and the LCA project is going a little slow, I think we need to look for a 5th generation aircraft. Maybe this could be discussed on the annual, maybe, of course, F-35 they will not give because it is the latest technology. F-22 they don't give, but I think we may have to negotiate. I think it may be on the cards for F-16 / F-18. So this probably could be on the cards. And this is, of course, the larger number of imports we do, this will overcome the trade deficit issue, which the United States is talking. We have the United States trade deficit about $45 billion. So this is what probably may be on the cards. So overall, I feel right from, the next is, of course, AI and critical emerging technology. Now, this is what, again, India is quite advanced technology in space. So all these things, I think it will be a comprehensive defense cooperation package, and even think tank institutes, etc. So a lot of discussions will take place, but I'm quite optimistic for our defense cooperation partnership.